Hello friends, welcome back to the Mothership. Today we are smoking up some meatball subs. We're going to use brisket meat and it is going to be absolutely fantastic and one of our easier weeknight cooks. To make our meatballs, we have a pound of ground brisket. This is a mixture of meat and fat. I'd guess somewhere around 70-30, maybe 80-20, but it looks a little fatty, so I'm going to say 70-30. We also have a large egg. We have our milk, our Worcestershire sauce, our seasoning, our onions, and our garlic, and our breadcrumbs. Now what we're going to do is just mix all of this together. We're not going to go crazy mixing it. We're just going to get it a nice general mixture, get everything kind of pushed around in there, and then we're going to roll these balls out. Now you can really make your meatballs as big as you want. Obviously, the larger the meatball, the longer it's going to take to cook, which is not a bad thing if you're smoking them. That'll allow more time for smoke to get on them. Smaller meatball will cook faster, so if you're trying to get this meal out quickly, that's something to think about. It's also worth thinking about what you're going to use the meatballs for. If you're doing like a spaghetti and you want to throw these on top, a big meatball has a nice presentation. Smaller meatballs might fit better into a sub, but you can always cut them in half, so it's not a huge deal. These are about, I don't know, maybe 2 inches across on the largest one. Maybe 1.5 on the smallest one. So they'll eat up a decent amount of smoke and we'll get some good smoke flavor on here. And then I'll probably cut them in half when they go onto the sub. So let's get the fire going and let's throw these on. Our smoker is up to 180 degrees and I have our meatballs on the top shelf. I actually have them in a vegetable basket because I figured that would be easier to transport them. On the bottom shelf we have our marinara just to add a little bit more smoke flavor. As far as temperature on these things, anything after 130 is probably okay, but they are brisket, and brisket and fat, you can go low and slow and cook to a little bit higher temperature. So I might target for around 165 on these. It's all about the flavor on these. I'm not so much looking for, a medium rare type thing. Our meatballs have been on for about an hour and a half, and there you have a nice red color, looking good to me. I think what I'm going to do is take them off and put them into the marinara and let them soak up a bit. That should impart some more of the marinara flavor on there and keep getting some more smoke. So let's transfer some meatballs into the marinara, keep them on the smoker, and let this thing keep running. Our meatballs have been in the marinara sauce for quite a while, so I think we're getting close to wanting to pull these things. I now have the bread on the bottom rack, and I'm going to bubble the temperature, just kind of crisp them up a little bit, and then we'll pull them off and get ready to eat them. All right, everything is now off the smoker, and it's time to assemble these suckers. Basically, we got our nice crispy bread. I'm going to put a layer of mozzarella on here. There we go. I'm going to take a couple of our meatballs, plop them on here. And then I'm going to take some of this Parmesan cheese, toss it on top. Maybe a little bit more mozzarella because why not? And then I definitely want some more of this marinara sauce on here. The last thing that you want on a bite of your meatball sub is a crispy piece of bread without any marinara sauce or meatball. So adding in this extra marinara sauce at the end is the right move. I gotta say, guys, this is looking pretty good. These meatballs have a nice smoke ring to them, and they're still looking very juicy, and I think it's time for me to give it the old chomp. God, I love meatball subs. They're so good. This is such an easy cook to do on a weeknight. You should absolutely give this a try, guys. You can go all the way and make your own marinara sauce, you make your own bread. But in reality, as long as you put the effort into the meatball, it's going to be a good meal regardless. I highly recommend it. If you guys like this, a like, subscription. If you like me having tomato sauce all over my face, send me a sub, and I'll have some good for you guys next week. Take it easy.